The ceremony-laden impeachment trial of President Donald Trump is now underway.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. All persons are commanded to keep silent on pain of imprisonment.
Donald J. Trump has abused the powers of the presidency in that, using the powers of his high office.
Okay, so let me just start by telling you about the most significant escalation in impeachment talks since Trump returned to office. The calls are now coming from multiple fronts simultaneously, and Trump himself is openly acknowledging he expects to be impeached if Republicans lose Congress. This isn't a distant hypothetical anymore. Venezuela has triggered accusations of illegal war and constitutional violations. A sitting senator is calling Trump's financial dealings outright theft from taxpayers and saying he should be impeached for self-dealing. Progressive Democrats are using words like war crimes and kidnapping. Trump world is treating this as a real threat, even though formal proceedings haven't begun. But before we go any further, real quick, let's be honest here. You really cannot trust mainstream media anymore, and I think deep down you already know that to be true. That's exactly why we built Pump Politics, to bring you real stories, real context, and absolutely no corporate spin getting in the way of the truth. If you want to stay ahead of the headlines and actually understand what's happening, instead of getting fed talking points and propaganda, join our free newsletter. We'll send the news straight to your inbox every single day, so you never miss anything important. Just click the link in the description to join, and it takes like 2 seconds of your time. And if you just want to support what we're doing here and help us keep this going strong, join us. Be part of the community that actually cares about the truth and wants to cut through all the noise out there. All right, let's get back to the video, because understanding why impeachment talk is exploding from multiple directions matters for knowing where Trump's presidency is headed. So here's what's driving this escalation and why it's different from previous impeachment chatter. The Venezuela operation has provided exactly the kind of clear constitutional violation that impeachment was designed to address. California State Senator Scott Wiener, who's running for Nancy Pelosi's House seat, called it an illegal invasion and coup and explicitly demanded impeachment. His framing was comprehensive. Trump illegally invaded Venezuela, seizing and bombing the capital, seizing the country's oil assets, and taking President Maduro and his wife prisoner. He called this yet another impeachable offense and warned it could embolden China and Russia. Representative Delia Ramirez described Maduro's capture as a kidnapping and labeled the operation dangerous violations of international and U.S. law. Her conclusion was direct: Trump must be impeached. Representative Dan Goldman accused Trump of using illegal and unconstitutional tactics